Welcome to YAJ.
What's up, spiritual brothers and sisters, on a YouTube Tuesday? And we're going to get this show started because, again, you know what I got to do on Wednesday morning. I got to get up early in the AM. Veronica Rose, Antonio is sick today. And Bradley is here. Bradley, say what's up to the party people.
Hello.
Now, guys, as always, from Laura Lee, she's a friend of mine. Veronica Rose and I,
twin sister.
Her twin sister. We would like to say that, as always, we love our children and I love my grandbabies. And we would definitely like everybody to understand Thanksgiving. Here's my plan. I'm going to do YouTube Tuesday and I'm going to do my speech on Wednesday. And I'll probably do a happy Thanksgiving to everybody on Thursday because then I got to roll. But tonight is what I'm thankful for, part 1. And the reason why I'm doing this now is because on Wednesday, it's going to be more heartfelt because a couple of guys I know lost their dads this week.
Oh, that's not good.
And, you know, right before Thanksgiving holiday, believe me, some of y'all out there know that, you know, how it is to lose a parent on a holiday weekend or a holiday.
Anybody has a loved one to lose.
But yeah, but a parent is really tough too, more tough. But what I'm thankful for, brains. And a lot of people who misunderstand brains is the one between your eyes. You know, most guys don't have brains until they finally get like 50 or 60. Women usually have their brains at 18. Sometimes a little older than that.
Not all of them, but some of them.
Some of them. But I am definitely thankful for brains. Why? Because if I didn't understand the true meaning of learning from your mistakes, I would be up Shit's Creek. Mm-hmm. This is why this is a lesson, a show where we are healing. Anything on brains?
Hey, as long as you got them and you can use them the right way.
Basically, in a nutshell, Veronica Rose is saying, don't run the red lights on the bus. Use your brains.
Oh my gosh, don't get me started on that. But anyway, we won't go there right now.
Love. You know, I never thought in a million years 2 things about love. And I want everybody to understand about love. Love is loving yourself before you love someone else. And loving something that's more important to you than yourself, which 9 times out of 10 will be either your spouse or your girlfriend or your children. Because when you love your children more than yourself, the sacrifices that you make for your children, I'm not talking about the fake sacrifices.
No,
I'm talking about true sacrifices
that you do for your children. I've done a lot of sacrifices for my children.
Right.
And, you know, sometimes they don't always remember that, but when you sacrifice a lot of things for your children and for your loved ones, yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, you definitely understand what I mean by that.
Yeah.
True sacrifice. Not someone who is so fake, puts on this show.
Oh, I just love you so much. Oh, I just love that you do all this for me and da-da-da. No, no.
Or, like I said, if you love your children, don't hold the child from the other parent. That's why I call it fake sacrifice. True sacrifice is something that you do for your children. Understanding.
But saying that, being there for your children, don't let the other parent hold them away. Don't use the other parent just because you're ticked off of the things that didn't go the right way or didn't happen the way you should have had it happen or whatever. Things change. People change. It goes on. Let it go. But don't use the children as leverage, and don't use the children to punish the other parent. That's wrong.
That goes back to understanding.
It will bite you, and it will come back to haunt you.
Understanding goes this way. When you understand the mistakes you made, when you understand how you lived, and when you understand that you can always change, but nobody seems to understand you only have one life to live.
And you better live it to the fullest.
Understand it. After all these people that passed away this year through mass shootings, through police brutalities, all these people who just passed away from natural causes, wars, stray bullets, people just minding their own business and getting taken out by someone else.
This has been a very rough year.
Year.
There's a lot of people that's lost a lot of people in this world this year.
Yeah, understanding, man. Being a true parent. Being a true parent goes as follows. People always think being a parent is about being there for you kids. But you got to be there for your kids through thick and thin, no matter if they screw up or not. Being a true parent is sacrificing yourself for your needs to be there for them.
Listen to what they have to say.
Right. Understanding what they have to say.
Be a parent. Don't be, oh, you're my best friend.
Right.
You can be a friend, but first you're a parent.
Right.
You need to teach them from right from wrong.
Right.
Tough love sometimes. It might hurt, but we only do it because we care.
Right.
If we didn't care, as I used to tell my brother, if parents didn't care, they wouldn't care what time you came in that door, who you were with, or to feed you, or whatever. You could just do whatever you want. Parents wouldn't care, okay? If your parents care, they might discipline you. They might punish you and this, that, and the other. Oh, you're so mad and this, that, and the other. If it wasn't for those parents punishing you and showing you the right way, who would you be today?
Being a true parent. Being a true parent is telling your kid the truth that you held that person from your child. How many true parents are out there?
Well, there's quite a few parents out there that want to use kids as leverage.
But they won't tell them that they did it. That's not being a true parent. Being a true parent is learning from your mistakes. Your mistake was, I'm sorry I held you from your father. I'm sorry I held you from your mother. I'm sorry I held you from this. I'm sorry I held you from that. I'm sorry that I used my anger to keep you away from your child. That's being a true parent. The reason why I'm doing all this.
Decision to make sure.
The reason why I'm doing all this because next year you need to start anew. So this is why I do these speeches, for you to start anew. Every year is a new year. So why can't everybody start off with a new attitude?
We'll see. We'll see how the attitudes of everybody for next year.
Yeah.
I'm hoping for a New Year's resolution that everyone can get along.
Right. Understanding true strength. Does anybody know what true strength is? Anybody know what strength is? Think about that for a moment.
Comes in all different ways.
We're not talking about this. True strength is understanding that you are a leader, not a fake leader, a leader. You can lead a family. That's why I was heartbroken when it happened to me in court. I wasn't being a true parent, or I had true strength. Come to find out, I did, because I held my head up high and I understood that no matter how many times I do the right thing, whether it's wrong in somebody else's eyes, I still was a man about it. I took my lumps in life and I moved forward. And I had a nice lunch with my daughter.
That's good.
Being one with yourself. That goes back to the point of understanding true strength and being a true parent, understanding love and brains. Why? Because when you are one with yourself, you are unstoppable. No matter what happens to you. When you are one with yourself, then people notice you. They know that you are someone that they can talk to, have advice with, tell their personal problems with, that they feel comfortable around you. But here lately, you've been feeling comfortable around phony people.
No, you pick and choose who your friends are.
There you go.
If you got funny friends or fake family members that just don't care, it's time to walk away. And that you should know who's there for you and who's not there for you. Seriously.
Giving back. How many people give back? I'm trying to give back with the company we were building. I'm trying to give back. I'm trying to do the correct thing. I'm trying to show people that through adversity, you can still become triumphant. Giving back. Giving back is what I do every day with younger black males or younger white males when they're stuck in a situation and say, hey, man, don't learn from me. All you need to do is communicate. Talk to your spouse. Talk to your children. See how they're doing. That's sacrifice. Facing your problems. As my dad once told me, not my dad. He was too drunk at the time. As my uncle once told me about facing your problems, this is how you deal with it. You have to accept it. No matter if it's right or wrong, you have to accept. You have to accept it. There's no other way around it. He said, that's the only way you're going to become a man. And you just learn from it. Thank you, Uncle Fred, because you were exactly right. Because I accepted what I did was wrong. I moved forward and moved on. And the only thing I could do is still try to be a positive role model to my kids and to my grandchildren. And that day worked out lovely for me. Look at yourself in the mirror. A lot of people misunderstand this quote, and I'm going to tell you why. When you look at yourself in the mirror, what do you see? Are you happy? Are you sad? Are you miserable? Are you depressed? Do you realize you're a fake? You realize you're strong? You realize you're weak?
Not everybody recognizes that.
That's the problem. Because there's times I looked in the mirror and I didn't like nothing I saw. When my daughter came back into my life again, I looked in the mirror this time and I knew what I had to do. Looking in the mirror is nothing to be ashamed of or afraid. Looking in the mirror is something that you need to help strengthen who you are inside. I don't have to be a guru. I just know what pain is. A lot of people don't know what pain is. You think you just shovel crap and thinking it's going to be okay. No, man. You can't move one rock with one rock to another rock. You can't. No, man. At some point.
Excuse me.
Bless you. At some point, when you look in the mirror.
Excuse me.
Really?
Hey, I can't help it.
At some point, when you look into the mirror, you have got to understand who you are. That's why you got to be one with yourself. If you don't like what you see, you have to change what's inside you. To that note.
Hold up. Don't say go yet.
Oh. Veronica Rose is going to read out the public list. Oh. What's up, Darnell? What's up, Chris? What's up, Todd? Hey, cuz. What's up, Todd? Who is Carter? Okay. What's up, Carter? Cynthia, Mike. What's up, Mike? You chilling in Lynchburg, huh? Doug and Tanisha?
I think so.
Okay.
Guys, yeah,
Guys,
we tried to get your names out here so we know who you are that's watching and put your names out there.
That's because the normal person who's here, he's sick.
So he didn't get to write it down and give it to me. That's why I walked away to go do that.
No comments, huh?
But thank you very much for watching and
holler.
Holla.
YAJ.
Nobody had comments?
YAJ.
Well, see, I'm on Facebook, so I don't know if there's any comments. I said hi.
No comments.
I said hello, everybody, but see, I don't get everybody.
No comments. You know why there are no comments? Because he ain't here.
Yeah, usually he has something to say.
He ain't here.
Antonio ain't here.
He ain't here. But like I said, thank y'all for watching. Hey, man. We're almost in 2020. Y'all have a good night. I'm going to bed so I can go to work in the morning. Holla.
So am I. Holla, everybody. Y'all have a good week. Tomorrow's hump day. Woo woo.
Welcome
to
to
YAJ.
YAJ. Uh-oh.
Welcome to YAJ.
Yeah, there we go. Oh, yeah. Boom. There it is.